that I could qualify for USA's, and it was in New York. I was like, well, that's perfect because I played for the New York Giants. So I couldn't miss this meet. So I've been doing everything I could to make this meet, and feeling good now and excited about Saturday.
And how far will you be hoping to jump on Saturday?
1640. But also I made a little promise to my pops. 55 feet for Father's Day.
Good luck. We all hope you make your father happy.
Yeah, he'll be happy regardless. I was 210 when I was playing for the New York Giants. Now I currently weigh 189. So, I've been trimming down, slimming down, and so I can go further. And it'll be less stress on my legs. Most of the guys I'll be competing against tomorrow is around 140 to 170. So I'll be the heaviest guy on the runway for sure.
Follow up?
What's it like training with Will Clay?
Oh, it's amazing because for him to have been where I'm trying to go, it's kind of like a tutor or somebody to be there that I know is doing the right thing and doing it the right way, and I can watch him and monitor and pick up what I can from him. And also he has advice, and it's not like a team sport like football, but at the same time when we both train and we both trying to help each other. Because the better I perform, the more it's gonna push him, and the more he's pushing himself is I'm gonna be trying to catch him and pass him. So it works out. Initial process was what's next when I got the news. Like, all right, what can I do now? Because I'm only 23 years old. After that, I went on and thought about stuff that I was good at, and then I thought about track. I was state champion, national champion my junior year, state champion, national champion my senior year. Then I went to college, as you know. She just mentioned I was All-American. And I had never practiced for track or triple jump. It was mostly all just like football training, and I always put football first. Even in college when I was running, you can ask my coach, Charles Foster. He had to deal with me coming late to track practice often because I was leaving football practice or workouts. Only time that track was first was on meet days, like when we actually had a track meet. Same thing in high school. So now I'm interested to see where I can go and how good I can be, and my goal is to make the Olympic team in 2016. This meet again is just to get my feet wet and start my pro career in New York, where one of my pro careers ended. And that was a thought process, and I was like, why not? Why not?
So once you kind of think why not, I mean, who did you call first? How did you get yourself to the point where you were now training like a professional track athlete?
First I kind of knew the steps myself, so I was training myself to like try to trim down and lose weight. Then I ended up moving out to San Diego, where I trained at the Olympic training facility with Clay. Yeah, I was in the media a lot with my first career in there, and I mentioned it a couple times throughout then, so people kind of had the feel. And actually, Johnny Shelton, my team chaplain from Virginia Tech, called me. He's now the team chaplain for the Baltimore Ravens. Right after I got injured and made my announcement, and he was like, "So now you know what you got to do, right?" I was like, "What?" And he was like, "The Olympics. You told me when you was a freshman in college that you wanted to play pro football and then jump in the Olympics." And now here I am, trying to make it.
What was your first day like back, jumping in the pit and doing?
My first day back, it wasn't really like an initial day, like this is my first day back, because I don't remember that day. It was just a regular practice, and then it was, excited and different. Definitely different from football practice. But when people ask me, they'd be like, I think they was looking for the track to like film me or something, and it was like, you jump in the sand, right? And that's kind of like my occupation now. I jump in the sand.
Nick?
Go through your head. What are you going to be thinking about?
I don't know what to expect. The last time I jumped was 2011, in a full speed approach and in competition. So I'll probably have a lot of adrenaline, and just as the crowd is anticipating, I'll be anticipating, and that'll be an exciting part. The furthest I've been back was 8 steps,
Okay.
8-step approach, and with that approach I went 53, and that's when I injured my. I got injured on that jump. Well, it was 51, not 50, 51. And
Was it cramping, or what did you feel?
it felt like a cramp, but it didn't go away, so they said it was a strain.
Okay.
So.
And how many steps would you use in a full approach?
In the full approach, it'll be 12.
Do you have interest in any other events?
Yeah, eventually, actually I do. I want to see how I can perform in long jump and also maybe sprint. But the standard is documented somewhere to qualify. But my coach, word from my coach is most guys wouldn't jump. They take about 13 jumpers, and most guys wouldn't jump the standard. So if you jump the standard, you'd definitely be in. But he said it wouldn't take the standard to get in. But like I said, I want to jump 55 feet. But I would consider it successful and a win if I left the track Saturday and was qualified for the USA's. It's just like, there's not much technique to my jump, but it don't look bad. But anybody that knows, like, it's corrections that could be made. And my coach been working with me and trying to, still in the process of making some of those corrections. But with the numbers, the distance, all that matters is the tape measure. And without practice and coaching and all these facilities and stuff to help me, I was pleased with the distances I was going. So now, when I pursue this and make it my main focus, I'm excited to see where I can go. I don't know. I was in an interview the other day, this morning or whatever. And
He's been busy today.
yeah, I used the analogy of me missing football is like you being in love with a girl and she break up with you. It's different if you didn't really want her anymore and like, all right, like I found somebody else and I'm breaking up with you. But if she broke up with you, you're gonna think about that a little bit, mostly daily probably, about what could have been with that girl. So that's how football is for me.
Tom Coughlin was so complimentary about the way that you left the smile on your face, your positive attitude. You said once a giant, always a giant. Do you still feel close to that feeling?
Oh yeah. I mean, as soon as I announced that I'm running track, all these Giant fans and Hokie fans are talking about, oh, now I'm watching track. I can't wait to see you. And you know, that's always been a Giant. I got that support, and you know, that's why I couldn't miss the meet in New York. I was like, this is perfect.
Your former teammates or coaches?
Yeah, I mean, even before, I'd always been in touch with them. Ruben Randall, which was like one of my best friends. Odell, Coach McAdoo, and Johnson. A couple other players.
Is anyone coming on, planning on coming to watch Saturday?
Yeah, Ruben already definitely confirmed he's coming, and some other guys definitely want to make it. But I'll be back on the 26th of June with a charity softball game with St. Jude's Hospital. And it's to raise money for those kids. And a lot of my Giant players, fellow Giant players will be there. Odell, Michael Vick, and a couple other names, Ruben, Jennings. So y'all can write that up, and I just want people to come support that, because it's a way to change lives, because those kids, they can't you know, support for themselves. And if we can raise a good enough sum for them, it'll be important, because I know what injuries can be like and how it can affect you. So being able to have a charity game for them will be special.
Obviously, training for track versus training for keep yourself motivated with.
Like me, I like when you win as a team. It's like so special. He asked what I missed about football. And it's like we came together as a group and we made it work as a group. But vice versa to that is I like the individuality of track and field. When you get on the track and compete, you can't say he didn't throw the ball high enough or far enough. He didn't block, he missed his block. Coach didn't put me in the game, he called the wrong play. Like, there's nobody to like point fingers at. It's you stepped out there, you laced up your shoes and you did what you had to do.
Larry?
You're competing against Pedro Pichardo, a guy who's gone over 59 feet this year. Have you looked at any videos and seen this guy jump?
Yeah, I have. I think I've seen like 2 of his jumps. But, you know, that's somebody, putting myself in this environment and seeing guys like that, it's just motivating and knowing what I have to do and what I have to beat. Because when I make the Olympic team, or whenever that is, it will be not to just go to Rio. It'll be to come back with some merchandise of some sort. So, you know, I have to go and, you know, compete with these guys, just like in football. Like, we're not just playing on Sunday just to say we play football. It's a goal at the end, the Super Bowl. And, you know, in track and field, this is the, like, most prestigious way to do that is the Olympics.
Quick follow-up. You seem to be...
That's what I was missing about football, too, is I haven't competed in anything since football. So this weekend, we're my first, like, organized competition. Before that, I was playing people in pool, cards, Uno, Connect Four, like something to feel void of like competition. So I'll be looking forward to being in an organized competition. And when I say words like when I go to the Olympics, these are big words and big goals that I set for myself. But I know the hard work that goes behind getting to those points. And not by any means am I saying that, or saying it's going to be easy, or these guys should have been did it, or anything. I know I'm going to have to wake up every day with that being my main focus and work hard the same way I did for football, and that's how I got successful in that. We're more focused on the present kind of. I mean, eventually we probably have that conversation when it's like approaching, but we haven't had that conversation yet.
He's a character, so I mean, does he remind you of any former teammates with the Giants or anything like that?
Yeah, well, he kind of quiet, actually, when he not competing. But we hang out a lot and we talk trash a little bit. But nah, not for real. We both Geminis. His birthday is Saturday at the meet, and then my birthday is on Monday. But I think he's more like on the quiet, like chill side. He cool. He cool as a whistle though. From football, I only had 7% body fat. So I don't know where I lost the weight from. But it's gone, and I think if I was competing around 185, 180, that'd be about as small as I need to be. Mention he's 145. Yeah. So like he's really, really small. We make jokes all the time about like if he was playing football, like if he had to tackle me, like coming around the corner on the edge, catching a swing pass or something, and he'd be like, "Bro, I just go straight for your legs." And we never talked. We just teased back and forth about his football career. But he played DB and receiver, I think.